What do you do outside of work hours to make yourself a better developer?
Work hours, what I do.
Means do you do the research to build the tools on the outside of the working hours, like your Jenkins? So after you go home and after family time, do you spend couple hours to learn the advanced Jenkins because you're working actively on the Jenkins? I think this person the meant this. Like how do you actually do something more to make yourself better DevOps engineer after the work hours? That
After the work hours, I try to give time to my family. That's the important thing, because all we do is for our family. But yeah, definitely, if you have time, like after giving time to your family, definitely research on thing that you stuck on it, you want to know more about. Like say, I try to research on Jenkins every single day, because I try to be better on it, because I want to be an expert on Jenkins, since I'm working on Jenkins. And then Jenkins, in my current company, I'm working on Jenkins, so I want to be an expert in Jenkins. So when I move to next company, or even in my current company, I want to be like, anyone ask me on Jenkins, I can answer right away. So I want to be an expert. So I try to research on Jenkins. I try to research on AWS, because my most work on AWS, I work on almost like a lot of services in AWS, like EC2, EFS, then DNS, CloudTron, everything. And then recently I'm working on VPN. There is an issue with the IT team. So they had an issue. I solved that VPN issue with them. Like I on Friday, I had a 1 hour meeting with the IT team, and there were like the director level people over there in the IT meeting, and I was the only one DevOps, and then my manager was in vacation. I said I was scared how to do this one, but at the end, I solved their problem. I solved their issue. So I try to research on AWS, that okay, because I know some EC2, because EC2, you may think that EC2 is just a simple EC2, but in EC2 you may have thousands of works. You can believe that you have thousands of work you can do with the one single EC2 instance. There are a lot of things, like say I'm giving you an example, like say EC2, right? EC2 has different type, like T2 micro, T2 medium, T2 small, and then there are also others type. So if I ask you, how do you like say your EC2 is a T2 micro type EC2, right? So I'm gonna ask you, okay, can you change the EC2 type without even stopping the server? Can you do this, right? So I didn't know at the beginning how to do this one. So I researched on it. I figured it out. Okay, it can be done, right? Without even stopping the server, you can change the EC2 type. No, sorry, you cannot do this. My bad, you have to stop the EC2. So there is another service, like say that you don't need to stop, like the EVS volume. You don't need to stop that. So something like this, that you can search on, like you can see the features of the EC2. Okay, what can I do with the EC2? Just creating a server. What else? Can I change the security group, or can I add the security group? Can I increase the size? Can I increase the volume? Can I do this? Can I do that? Like, can I, like say your EC2 maybe in the private subnet, your EC2 maybe in the public subnet. Okay, whenever it is in public subnet, like what does it do when it is in public subnet? How do you handle the traffic? How do you whitelist or blacklist the traffic? Like say I don't want some IP to come into my EC2. How do I blocklist them or blacklist those IPs? So those kind of things. So now I know how to whitelist, because whitelist or blacklist. Whitelist means you are allowing someone. Blacklist means you are not allowing. You are blocking someone, right? So how to do this? How to do this on server level? How to do this on CloudFront level? How to do this in load balancer level? Right? There are a lot of levels, security levels in your infrastructure. So you need to know how to do this in each level. So those kind of stuffs I do research online, actually, outside of my work, whenever I get time.
Great, thank you very much.